Hey folks, Cody Detweiler here. Real quick, wanted to do a tournament recap from Lake Norman. Hopefully you guys watched the submerged video right before this video. I posted it like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, something like that, but whatever. Hopefully y'all watched that video. I'm fixing to show you the baits that you guys saw in that video, what I was using throughout the week of the event. And so hopefully you guys tune in, check it out, see what we were doing. So first thing you're going to notice is there's a giant swim bait here. Yes, there is. It's not real big. It's a 6-inch swim bait. It's the Mega Bass Mag Draft. I was using this bait basically to pull schools of fish from out underneath boat docks. On Lake Norman, there's thousands of docks. The water's crystal clear. So what I was doing is I was throwing this bait up beside the dock, reeling it, and I could actually see schools of fish coming out to get this bait, but they wouldn't eat it. Which was unfortunate because I was always hoping that one would eat it, a big one. You know, I had some big fish follow this bait up in practice. So I actually caught one on it on day number 1 of the tournament, like 3 casts into it. And I was like, oh, they're going to eat it. But just never really panned out. So I had this bait on the deck the entire event for that reason, to basically see the schools that were underneath these docks. It just worked. I was staying at Britt Meyer's house the whole week, you know, for almost 2 weeks. Britt Myers and his wife Missy, awesome people. They let me stay at their house. And Carl Jochimson was also staying there. He's a huge swim bait fisherman, and he was actually throwing the same bait. You know, just trying to. He was actually catching fish on it. I couldn't catch him on it, but he was letting me in on a little secret, you know, to this bait. So I was throwing it out there and just actually watching fish just follow it to the boat. So then I'd go back through with my pocket rocket. I'd pitch it up underneath the docks and I'd start catching fish. So great bait to kind of visually see what you were fishing for. You'd know how many fish were underneath the boat docks. And like I said, I caught one fish on it in the event, but in practice it was really cool because you'd see a lot of fish follow it. You know, my bite really wasn't starting till about 9 o'clock in the morning, so we get out there early. Shad spawn was going on, so I would just launch this bait for about an hour, just hoping I'd get a big fish. Because I really had nothing going on super early when we took off. I got to my first spot. I just tossed this bait for about an hour and just hope I could get a big one. Unfortunately, didn't happen, but I ended up catching most of my big fish on this next bait here I'm fixing to show you. Bigger fish. I mean, the weights were very low, except for Wesley Strainer. He smoked them, of course, but this bait, again, Mega Bass Mag Draft, 6-inch swim bait, throwing it on a heavy action rod with 15-pound fluorocarbon, 8-to-1 gear ratio reel. So basic, simple setup for swim baiting. This is what I throw basically for swim baiting anywhere if I'm throwing a bigger swim bait. Either 15, 20-pound fluorocarbon, and then a heavy rod. You got to throw a heavy rod. And you can play with your reel sizes too, like your gears. This is an 8-to-1, a little bit faster. Just kind of allows you to slow down. You turn more line, so you really don't have to crank real fast. You can just basically do a steady retrieve. Your bait's going to move at the same pace, so you're not out there just cranking it real fast and killing yourself. So that was that setup. I had about 2 to 3 rods out on the deck each day. Early on, in day number 2, that's what I had, and then as the day went on, I ended up having like 15 rods out on the deck by the end of the day. But I caught, I want to say 99% of my fish on this exact same setup right here. As you can see, my bait, right there we got it. Reaction Innovations Pocket Rocket in the 4.5. I have it right here. If you're wondering what the packaging looks like, there you go. Pocket Rocket 4.5. This is green pumpkin. Favorite color to throw. As you can see, I got like tons of different colors in here, but green pumpkin just works. It's a good color to throw anywhere in the country. So again, Pocket Rocket 4.5 green pumpkin on a VMC Nico hook, a 1/0 VMC Nico hook. Just a sharp hook. I didn't really have to, if you noticed throughout the video, I kind of would just start reeling and kind of lean into them. That worked great there. Another thing I was toying with throughout the week was line size. So as you can see, I'm throwing braid on this. This is 15-pound braided line to a fluorocarbon leader. I played with this a couple times throughout the event and in practice. I was throwing 8-pound fluorocarbon most of the event, and then I switched to 6-pound fluorocarbon. The reason why, I felt like the fish were really getting pressure. There was tons of people nailing these fish on the docks, and for me, I just felt like I'd get more bites using 6-pound. And in practice, I saw it happen. I mean, I was throwing 8, for whatever reason I tried 6, and it was like I'd pitch under dock and I'd get 5 bites versus 2. So it was like, for me mentally, might not have been doing anything, but for me, I just felt like I was getting more bites. So was the risk there? Yes. 6-pound test around boat docks is pretty sketchy, but it was kind of high risk, high reward type deal. You know, if I'm getting more bites, I guess it's kind of worth it. But that was my line choice there throughout the week. Again, 15-pound or 15-pound braid, I'm sorry, and 8 to 6-pound fluorocarbon. So Nico hook, Reaction Innovations 4.5 pocket rocket. They also make the bigger one too. Some people ask me why I prefer to use a pocket rocket versus a regular, you know, a Senko. Basically, this bait, if you notice, it has the same, it's weighted on each side, so it falls really good. And I think that little bit of thickness on each end just bulks up the bait and you get bigger bites. So whereas you have a straight stick bait, a Senko, it's pretty much the same size all the way through, where this is a little bit bulkier on each end. So I just felt like I was getting bigger bites due to the size of it versus the other style bait. So the rod I was throwing that on was a 7-foot medium Abu Garcia Veritas. The reel is an Abu Garcia Revo X 30 reel. So that was my setup for there. That's pretty much what you guys saw me catching them on the entire video. The exact same rod and reel, line, bait, everything. So that's it. Pretty simple stuff. I had a good event. Would have liked to have done better day 2. I was really sitting good on day number 1. Kind of fell apart on day 2. My pattern just totally disappeared. I ended up running around trying to figure out what I could do, and just nothing worked. So, but I'm sitting in 30th in Angler of the Year right now, so hopefully we can continue on a great pace. I got 2 more, hopefully 3 more events if I make the championship, and hopefully we're up there in the points. Maybe we'll get an Elite Series berth or Classic. So that's what we're shooting for anyway. So, but yeah, that's that. Next stop, we're going to Lake Champlain. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be brutal. Hopefully I don't get the crap beat out of me. Gotta make sure everything's tight on the boat. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. Get to catch some giant smallmouth, big largemouth. So that'll be the next submerge video you see. But hopefully throughout I'll post some videos on here. Let you guys kind of see what I'm doing, just fishing around the house here. But fished today, caught some. It rained. If you heard thunder throughout the video, it's storming really bad outside. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully you guys like the videos. If you do like the videos, please like, thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends about it. I'm trying hard here. I know I don't post videos like every second, but I work and do other things, so I have to do that. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks.